Hey guys, you're watching Explore the Weird. Welcome back, goons. We are doing something different. We got Shaman Says that sent more videos. We are going to go through them. Shaman says things, he said things, and he's still saying things. And we're gonna go through all the videos, see what he's got in store, what he wants the goons to know. We did Nathan recently, back to Shaman, and then hopefully back to Nathan again. We gotta keep the spiral going. It's a literal spiral of life. The goon way of going. Oh boy, oh boy. If you're new here, longer form content, I talk a lot. It's very different than other reaction channels you watch. So if you're into boring, meaningless, barely adding anything to the content, go watch them. It's fine. Hopefully in the future you'll become a goon and you'll have the goon energy. You'll feel something. You'll feel different. And you're like, I want more Teddy. Screw these guys. Or their house. All right. Sorry. I love all the reactors, but regardless, come watch me first. We're going to get right into it.
When I eat when it's dark, what is happening to my body?
When you're eating when it's dark, you have a little bit of a hormonal dilemma going on because when it's dark, the body's preparing for sleep. And so if we're eating, then two things can happen. You're more insulin resistant, like I mentioned, but then your digestive system's shutting down because you're going into what we call a parasympathetic relaxed state. So if you go to bed with a full belly and that food is not going to be digested as well.
Really?
And so, I mean, there's a whole issue, a bunch of gut problems that can happen. That food can ferment at night, which now starts to create more we can go down the path of candida and fungus, and that it's undigested food. Whereas if you eat at 5, go for a walk afterwards, like you're using that glucose, your body has the ability to digest. So yeah, night eating's not good.
Yo, you guys are so lucky. I have Crohn's. I don't get this luxury. I could be eating well before night and wake up the next day with fermented food in my stomach. Oh boy, it's all random here. They say it's Crohn's, GERD. I got everything. I got so many gut issues, and I literally have to regulate when I eat. I do the intermittent fasting. I eat the non-inflammatory foods. I do all the things, but my diet is still bad. I still eat way too much. My portion control ain't there. That's a whole different problem. But I do remember back before I got the diagnosis, like I would go to bed with the full stomach, and I wonder if that's what caused the issues in the first place. It just felt right. It's like, hey, I ate a good meal, I'm asleep good now. But now I'm like, wait a second. Is that what, did I do this to myself? They said it was autoimmune. What the hell? All right, we're going to keep it going. Interesting.
Wait, so it's the mold that dehydrates us?
Oh my gosh, do you want 30 seconds on that?
Yes.
The primary mold toxin in coffee that survives roasting and brewing is called ochratoxin A. It is a toxin that attacks your bladder and your kidneys. So when your body detects that you just drank this, it freaks out, it dehydrates your tissues to dilute the toxin. And you know this. You ever drink coffee and then you have to pee 20 minutes later and your bladder's not full?
Yes.
Why did you have to pee without a full bladder? Because there's toxins in your pee and your body's like, get it out of here. This stuff causes cancer.
Oh my God, I have chills all the way down my body.
Wait, what? I don't drink coffee anyway. I'm already high energy. The goons already know, Teddy, any more coffee and I won't be able to watch you. Yeah, I know. Stick with me here. Wait, there's freaking toxins in coffee? Boys, and gals, there's a lot of people that drink coffee, all right? I'm starting to worry. I mean, are they all peeing after 20 minutes? Is that why all coffee shops got restrooms that are public? Oh, we know that once we start serving them, they're gonna have to keep peeing. It's a constant, some people in them coffee shops for a long time. That's probably why they're like, after my pee, I'm gonna leave. After I write this whole entire novel in this coffee shop, I'm gonna leave. After I can visibly watch people seeing that I'm in a coffee shop sitting and doing stuff, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, a lot of vain people out there in coffee shops, I tell you. I'm like, what is the necessity? Could you not do this at your house? They got like all kinds of books and tables. I'm like, I guess maybe the Wi-Fi's free here, but that's why. Why not go to a McDonald's? Never mind. Why not go to a library? There's so many things I want to say, but I'm like, it's not my place. I'm sorry. This turned into something else. I'm going to keep it going.
The word Israel is not a Jewish word, okay? The word Israel is a combination of 3 Egyptian gods. The first one is Isis, which is the virgin spirit. The second one is Ra, which is the male. This is feminine, which is the male mind. Okay? When the spirit and the mind are in unison together, Isra, they produce the god El, which means the power within. Okay? That's why the word Ain gel. And all of the angels are named Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, and all that, because it's talking about an impulse within you. So it has nothing to do with a nationality or a country. I mean,
Whoa, what the heck? Is that why everything ends in EL? It's actually like a power that these guys are referencing. Oh, wow. I mean, yo, what's that? Like the Book of Wisdom or something that talks about like literature and how the words mean all kinds of different things, and we're not like morning versus morning. Mornings. Never mind. MOURNING versus MORNING. Yeah, two different mornings. And they're like, why are they so similar? They're trying to change everything. I'm like, oh, why are there so many Michaels? Why are there so many Mohammeds? Wait, Mohammed's different. Never mind. I'm sorry. We're going to keep it going.
I have worms.
I have worms?
You got worms.
I have worms.
Yeah, you have worms. You know, right?
No,
Yeah.
I'm always eating.
No, okay, you see your reaction to the beta is not your reaction. You must understand that parasites, yeah? Parasites control your body. Okay, so like if somebody has worms, they'll be doing this. Grinding their teeth, huh? They'll have sensations for sweet stuff. They'll always want something sweet. I want something sweet. I want a little bread. I want that biscuit. I want something sweet, right? Now, it's not that's what they want. It's the parasites inside of them that play with their psyche that makes them have these types of desires. All right, wow. So because the parasites don't like bitter, as you taste it, right? So it's not just you doing that. It's the parasite.
Bro, eat anything bitter and you're going to be doing that. In Indian culture, there's something called bitter gourd, and people eat it. It's so good. I can eat it like it's water, but like some people get this taste that they're off put by, but it's like, yo, that taste is what makes you stronger. Got to keep eating. How do you think Bruce Lee got strong? Oh boy, that's how my mom fed me so many things. So I just want to be like Bruce Lee. Oh boy, this is a true thing. We have seen this now more and more. Worms, parasites, these are true things your body can have. There's like now many ways that people are keeping their diets clean and ensuring that these worms don't have ecosystem to survive. So there's many ways. If you guys are trying to relieve yourselves from these parasites and worms, keep doing some research, see if some of the small diet changes you can do can impact you. I think like one of my favorite ones was tonic water. Yeah, it's like, hey, drink some tonic water. It could be good for you. It's got tonic in the name. Yeah, interesting. I guess we know this is a thing. We've even seen like worms go into people's brains and then having surgery. And they're like, hey, 20% of the population's walking around with worms and they don't even know. All right, let's keep it going. Sorry.
You go to Disney World, for instance, down there in the Haunted Mansion, you see the hologram, right? Oh, you know how to make a hologram. Well, our scientists have learned how to make people. They call them synthetics. Are you familiar with those?
Well, actually, we just interviewed John Lear, and he was talking about being in an audience in which they were given a lecture by a guy that they thought was real and found out later he was a hologram.
Well, it's a synthetic. A synthetics, when you touch their skin, it feels like plastic almost. That's the latest technique. The old techniques, if you guys can rent a video, the boys from Brazil, rent it, because in it, it gives you the exact way how our government's been making people.
Really?
Yeah,
well,
and the Soviets have a different method called...
I mean, making people meaning temporary people?
No, walking, talking ones.
Meaning through genetics? You're not talking about that?
Well, let me tell you. The movie shows it, but I'll share it with you right now.
All right.
All I need to do is take 2 cells off of your body, yours.
Uh-huh.
We give them a small electrical charge. I'm just don't act like a fertilized egg. If I got a fertilized egg, all I need is a receiver in order to make it. So they were hypnotizing women, said they were being invaded by aliens, and the fetus starts growing, right? Needs food. Well, they can use cows and sheep too. Again, a food source. That's all we need. After about 14 weeks, all of a sudden that fetus is gone because they've learned to take. That's when the fetus starts developing its own blood supply. Then they've used a pituitary hormone extract that they have, which accelerates the being that grows. And the original technology was given to our government by the Greys.
What the heck? I have seen this clip in other things. I have never, I guess, truly understood what the reporter was asking versus what this guy. The reporter is talking about a true like holographic projector technology, and this guy's like, they got clones. Give me your skin cells. Boom, boom, pow. Oh my god. This is crazy. And this clip is so old. Like this must have been like 20, 30 years ago. I feel. And I'm sorry, it may not be 20. However, it feels old. It doesn't feel like it was shot in 4K in modern times. All right. This guy was telling us this back then. He's like, hey, we also did this with sheep and cows. Like it can be done. I'm like, dude, come on. He's seen some things. He's like the original Stephen Greer before the lies start coming. I'm sorry, they're not lies. They're all different truths in different dimensions. Sorry. In my dimension, some of his things don't exist, I feel. But yeah, this guy is definitely exposing some truths on cloning, I feel. Oh boy, don't come after me. I'm just exploring. All right, let's keep it going.
Actually spray sulfuric acid in the stratosphere 20 kilometers over our head and use that to stop the planet warming up in a kind of ugly tech fix.
You can spray something into the atmosphere to change.
Spray pollution into the atmosphere to stop it warming.
How do you do this?
You start with a fleet of modified business jets and say 20,000 tons of sulfuric acid into the stratosphere every year, and each year you have to put a little more, and this doesn't, in the long run, mean that you can forget about cutting emissions. We will need to rein in emissions.
We'll get to it eventually. But in the meantime, we're shrouding the earth in sulfuric acid.
So people are terrified about talking about this because they're scared that it will prevent us cutting
sulfuric acid.
We put 50 million tons of sulfuric acid in the air now as pollution, and it kills 1 million people a year worldwide.
Okay, but it'll be better if we put more in.
We're talking about 1% of that.
1% more, we're just killing 10,000 more people.
You can do math.
What happens to the sulfuric acid after it's sprayed? Does it just stay up there?
No, it rains down, but it's a tiny addition to what we're already doing.
Is there any possible way this could come back to bite us in the end?
It actually turns out to be an old idea. This was known since President Johnson.
You ever look at those planes up there? They have contrails behind them. Maybe all those planes with the contrails, maybe they're actually spraying chemicals into the atmosphere right now, and Uncle Sam isn't telling us.
Seems extremely unlikely.
That the United States is not telling something to its citizens? That seems extremely likely to me.
Yo, why are people laughing, bro? This isn't even like a joke. I feel like this guy's like entire career is about this, and I know it's like the comedian's trying to make light of the situation, but it's like, dude, this is really happening. What else, you know? And we know cloud seeding is a thing. Now we're talking about ways to prevent warming. You know, oh boy, there's Bill Gates got a solution. He's gonna put a magnifying glass up there, Daddy. No, that's not a magnifying glass. It's supposed to be a dome that's blocks. Wait a second, sulfuric acid's doing the same. Why do we need the dome if sulfuric acid been doing this since President Johnson? I don't understand. Crazy Teddy, help! Here starts the spiraling again, guys. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. We are trying to change things up. We're ensuring we're following all the YouTube's terms of service, so lighten up your day, light up that like button. We would love to have that interaction. We're trying to grow the Goon Gang. Can't you see how many videos we're putting out? Don't you want that? Don't you want more videos? Come on now, show me that support. TV Gang, don't be that guy. Stop eating and stop. I'm sorry, stop eating, stop watching, start interacting. Actually, wait, start. Never mind. Just keep doing your thing. All right, we're gonna keep it going.
Bless means be less you. Appreciate is appreciate. Awake means awake, which is an event where the family gather together before a funeral. Mourning is an expression of sorrow for someone's death. Job is Hebrew for prosecution. You are taught to specifically say the vowels in this order, where the last 3 words say I-O-U, because they are programming you to remain a slave. Every word you say is shaping your mind, and your mind is a mirror of your external world. This is why abracadabra means I create when I speak. The words I am can be used to direct vibrational frequencies into your morphinogenic field and have the ability to change your genes. When you use the word the, you're referring to God to bring it into existence, because the comes from theo, which is Greek for God. The weekend is when you're weakened from the weekdays, when you're in a daze, when you are in physical shock or unable to think or react properly. Your parents are a pair who rent. They want you to think slaughter is laughter. The comment that gets 0 likes will win a book of wisdom and a necklace.
Wait, what? This is another one of those book of wisdom. They're trying to sell me that book. I told you about the morning and morning. Oh boy. It's like every time that wordplay just keep getting to me. It's like, when did they do this? How are they doing this? Bless is be less? Oh boy. Oh, bless me, Father, because I have sinned. Oh, buddy, he's blessing you all right. I'm just kidding. Don't come after me, religious nuts. I'm neutral here. I'm just trying to make a joke. Oh, Teddy, don't use my religion as a joke. Wait, Crazy Teddy, are you a different religion than me? Wait, I'm learning things about Crazy Teddy. I'm sorry. All right. We're going to keep it going. I apologize. All right. Let's keep everyone happy here. But there's a lot of wordplay going on, all right?
Oh, your ring's real?
No.
Oh. So it was scripted. You knew you was getting them.
Of course, all day, every day.
Yeah. So y'all knew you was getting them that year.
I did.
Yeah.
There's a script. True story. I never told the story. In the first round, my first championship, in the first round, I forget who we were playing. I hear Phil Jackson tell Gary Vitti, hey, get us some hotels in Indiana, because that's where we're going to play in the finals. This was like before game one in the finals, and like it didn't hit me until we got to Indiana.
Or maybe he just knew that they were the best team in the East.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard the man say. We haven't even played one game yet. They were back at me. He's like, yeah, get us some, hotel rooms in Indiana. I don't want to stay in Indiana. I want to stay on the, outside of Indiana.
Oh, wow. So, like, the elites already knew. The guys that are running the system, they're like, we already know where you're going to be and what's going to happen. Don't you worry. So, yeah, Shaq couldn't put two and two together back then and tell us, hey, he's unveiling the veil. Now that he's out of the game, now he can tell us and be like, yo, it's all scripted. It's just like the NFL, NBA, everything. Everything is scripted. It's for entertainment. That's how they keep distracting us. Hey, don't worry about what we're doing. Just keep watching. Just keep watching this stuff. Hey, don't watch that boring stuff. Come become a goon. Entertain yourself and educate yourself. Because, hey, there are other things happening in this world than just watching sports or any type of distraction, concerts, literally anything. You guys got to be the smart goons and understand where you're situated, what's really going on. And if nothing else is going on, hey, in your timeline, ignorance is bliss. Enjoy yourself. It's going to be a great timeline, I'm sure. All right, let's keep it going.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. No gravity. And I'm a diver, scuba diver, and when you get down underneath the water, you're floating. And that's just like in space. The biggest part is starting to move. You make waves or... No, what do you think?
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome.
Bro, is he waking up and he's like, I was controlled. They actually didn't send me up there. I was just in a movie set underwater doing all these things that they've always said. And now he's waking up. He's like, why aren't we going back? I don't understand. I've been there once. You guys have told me I've been there. Come on. Me and Neil were the duo, man. Come on now. I'm sorry, Buzz Aldrin. There's other things happening. Before you even went up there, 50% of scientists said the moon was unlandable. It was a plasma type state. And now the moon's a simulation. The moon's this, the moon's that. It's not the same. There's so many things happening. Buzz Aldrin, it's okay. You don't need to spiral. I'll spiral for you. Yeah, it's a greater mathematical equation. Don't really matter. Multiple moons in whatever timelines you guys are living. And you're still coming back and checking in with the goons. That's what's important. Let's keep it going.
Schools train people to be ignorant with style. They give you the equipment that you need to be a functional ignoramus. American schools do not equip you to deal with things like logic. They don't give you the criteria by which to judge between good and bad in any medium or format. And they prepare you to be a usable victim for a military-industrial complex that needs manpower. As long as you're just smart enough to do a job and just dumb enough to swallow what they feed you, you're going to be all right. But if you go beyond that, you're going to have these grave doubts that give you stomach problems, headaches, make you want to go out and do something else. So I believe that schools mechanically and very specifically try and breed out any hint of creative thought in the kids that are coming up.
Yo, that is exactly what's happening. These school systems are made to make us into workers, so that way we're just following suit. We believe we have all these freedoms, but really, even these free decisions you have are maintained. You know, there's only set amount of things and choices you have. All those choices were predetermined by the elites. You don't truly have that free thinking or free choice that you think you have, unless you believe you are a true goon. You have beat the system. You understand the matrix, and you know. There's a few goons out there that are completely self-sufficient. I have talked to you guys on DMs. I've been on your live streams. Shout out to Tampa's Hot Wheels. You guys really off grid, and I'm like, dude, this is it. Even Kelly's Tiny Dream Bus, right? You guys are truly self-sufficient, and we love to see it. You know, these are true goons, but these systems are not made for a betterment. These systems are made so that way we follow them, and that we're jailed, that we're slaved into them. But hey, I'm a goon. You're a goon. You already know this, so we're gonna keep it going. This is exactly why my wife is like, dude, I don't know if I want to take Kyra to the school system. It's like we see all these things, and I'm like, dude, but now, you know, less work for Emily and more, I guess you become a homeschool teacher. And she's like, hey, it only takes 2.5 hours to do the homeschooling. So when kids are going to public school, it only takes 2.5 hours a day to teach the kids. What are they doing the rest of the hours? You know, you're like, wait a second. Oh boy. Yeah, nothing good. They're just, their minds are dwindling down. I'm not sure. All right, let's keep it going.
Important to understand that English really at the end and the beginning of the day is just one big spell that separates the words that allow us to know that life and death truly are going to be in the words that we speak, right? And we know that the tongue is the rudder to the ship according to the New Testament. And we know that when we speak, we're either releasing dopamine or we are going to be releasing cortisol, right, in other people. So cortisol equals negative or bad words or just negative conversation. It's better sometimes to be alone than to be around other people who are negative. But a good dopamine serotonin release equals positive people or positive words, because you'll know a man by his fruits, and if his fruits don't match his words, then you will be able to judge accordingly. Now remember, judge not lest ye be judged back. You have to have your house in order. But this is why they don't want us to know that inside of our mouth is the entire rudder to your ship, discipleship, sonship, and part of the sonship and the discipleship is talking very well and being able to pronunciate our words and not saying bad words, kind of like this right here. Because when we break down these words, man, they really just unravel so much about.
Wait, what? Wait, what was the last one? What was the last one there? What's going on with the kings? Because hey, tall kings, short kings, understood. And then the last one, what kind of kings were those? Oh, Teddy, those were the... No, you stop it, crazy Teddy. They can do their own research. Oh my God, I thought this was going to be a book of wisdom one. Shaman, you really got me with this one. So yeah, I talk a lot. I'm pretty tall for an Indian man, so I can kind of understand this. They've always called me chatty. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, I did talk a lot, so... Oh boy, I guess I was meant to be a tall king. I think last time I went to the doctors, they said I was 5'11 and a half, and I'm like, I'm shrinking. I used to be 6. What happened? You're getting older and your spine is compressing, Teddy. What can I say? I know. All right, let's. I mean, at this point, I'm already. It don't matter. I'm happy with the way I am. I'm okay. I'm content. All right, let's keep it going.
Destroy the technology. But one of the clips we have is them saying that they intentionally destroyed all of the equipment to go to the moon. All the diagrams, all the hardware, all the schematics, all the original telemetry of where the rocket was at the time, and all the original videotapes. Ron Howard's grandfather warned him the moon landings were fake. He didn't listen. He wanted to make an IMAX movie. He went to NASA, said, give me all the originals so I can transfer it to HD. and projected at 120 feet wide. They said, give us a couple of days. And in those days, they lost every single original videotape from every single Apollo mission. Now, if you really went to the moon and spent $200 billion, the last thing you would do is destroy that technology. But we found documentation from von Braun that says every 24 hours on the moon, there's a 50% chance of a catastrophic, deadly error because of decompression from a micrometeorite in the sand traveling through space at 25,000 miles an hour.
Wait, what? What does that mean? The moon's gonna implode on itself if it gets hit or something? I mean, the moon's been hit and it's done some crazy sounds and stuff, right? Oh, Teddy got hit that one time and the sound was heard for weeks. You say? You say? Oh boy, that makes you wonder. Yeah, this guy, I've seen other clips of him. I'm not sure what the end analysis is, but it appears even now Buzz Aldrin's waking up. But they do tell us, like, oh, we put that thing on the moon that if you point a laser at it, that laser comes back to you at X amount of seconds, and that's how you know we've been to the moon. Like, oh, what is that, Big Bang Theory? Where did I watch that? I said someone told me about this recently, and I'm like, oh, interesting. I didn't know that's how you know that we've really been to the moon. I mean, they could have just thrown a rocket up there and had it crash on that side and been like, yeah, just throw your laser there. That aluminum gonna reflect. I don't know. I'm spiraling. All right, let's keep it going.
When you see a lot of old world photos, you see the sky is all whited out. The whiting out is to get rid of the blimps because they needed to tell a news story. Oh, we didn't have that technology. With the whole Hindenburg situation, you know, that was the only incident. This is where it gets wild. That was the only incident in which the blimp went pop like that. But all the other blimps prior to the Hindenburg flew around the Earth 1 million miles. This is why the Hindenburg incident occurred. It was competing up against the airline industry. You could go on a bar, you could go to the library, you could even like play tennis on a blimp. It was pretty crazy. But they competed against the airline industry, so they had to get rid of that. They had to get rid of all that technology, so they said they had the Hindenburg incident, and then they got rid of it. And they say, I believe, it was 30 people who passed away from that incident, but more people get hit by cars, and we still have cars. So you sit there and go, okay. But blimps are wild. You go down that whole rabbit hole, Zeppelins, blimps, all the atmospheric balls and energy that used to be attached to these blimps, they understood. That's who was flying around. When you look at these old world maps from the 1600s, 1700s, and all the timelines before carbon dating and all of that, you see that they had blimps. That's how they saw everything. They were flying around. I have an old picture from like 1871. It's in Russia, and you see all the blimps flying out.
Wow, that's definitely a believable theory, because we have seen historical photos where the skies are whitewashed or they're just like covered up. You know, it's Photoshop before Photoshop. They did things, and they won't tell us they did things. They make it seem like these are originals. Potentially, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't alive during that time, so I'm going off what this guy has said. Yeah, there could have been a bunch of blimps that were traveling everywhere, and that could have been air travel before airplanes. I can 100% understand that, and I've even seen diagrams of like blimps docking stations, how people got in and out of them. It's very well plausible. I don't see why it wouldn't be. And then all of a sudden, it's all gone. The only blimps we have left are the Goodyear blimps, Teddy. Yeah, they're barely blimps. There's no people in there. They just try to make it seem like there's people in there. Goodyear knows the original blimp technology. They probably have it stashed away somewhere. They're like, we can recreate this one more time. We're gonna bring it all back. And then the Michelin Man's going to be up there, too. Wait, the Michelin Man's not even up. Never mind. We're going to keep it going. Oh, boy.
A while ago, when I got my dog, throwing his stick, we heard a bunch of coming across the street. I figured it was a bunch of locusts or bugs. I don't know, June bugs or something. They flew over our head probably 7-8 feet. One of them hit the pole, and you could hear it on the ground. I thought it was one of those katydid things. But you tell me, why in the hell would this shit right here be flying around? Somebody please explain to me what the hell that is. And I found out as I was picking it up, if you squeeze that on the end on each end, then it's going to do it one time, then I guess it shuts it off. So somebody, for the love of God, please tell me what that is. What the hell? Stop it.
I feel like that is a surveillance or some type of camera thing on that drone or some type of IR, infrared type thing. I'm not sure, but it does feel like it is something that is meant to fly. And it's also as to how light is the thing. You know, I'm trying to rationalize this. Like, why else was there many of them? Was it part of the bugs itself, and this is the outlier that didn't make it? The battery didn't last. Then again, with something the battery and like, how is it sustainable and flying with the energy? How is that done? Is it harnessing the ether or something? Oh boy, is this real? Is this real? I need to find out. I'm not sure. Have more people found bugs like this, and they're like, "Oh, Teddy, there's actually a memory chip in here, and then here's all the footage." Then we can find out where it originated from. Where is that footage even going? You know, these are the things I want to know. Oh boy. All right, let's keep it going. We're gonna do a few more here.
Alexa, what's today's date?
18th of March, 2024 was on a Monday.
Alexa, have we experienced 2024 yet?
The year 2024 has not yet been experienced. A reference to the year 2024 can be found in the context of tornado damage in the Florida Panhandle on January 9, 2024, as reported by the National Weather Service.
Alexa, elaborate on that, please.
That's all I have on that.
Alexa, how can we be living in the year 2024 but we haven't experienced it yet?
Time is a relative concept, and the notion of living in the future can be interpreted differently depending on the point in time. For example, while 2024 seems far away now, it can be considered the future when viewed from a longer historical perspective.
I think Alexa's telling us something.
No, I want to believe this 100%, but like, I worked for Amazon and I've done consulting with Amazon. Getting into Alexa's SDK, into its thing to say whatever you want based on inputs is very easily done. It can be very quickly faked as well. I 100% do understand what the Alexa was relaying, that information, but that did not come from Alexa. That was pre-programmed. I've seen Alexa's skill set and the APIs that they offer. Like, this is not a true thing. This was definitely edited in order to, and not edited, the video was edited. Like, they literally got into the Alexa. You can design your own apps, have it spin and say different phrases based on your input. So I believe that's exactly what's happened. And that's what this guy is hitting on. But hey, wouldn't it be great if Alexa was more than just turn it on, turn it off type AI, and it actually got to the level of human thinking that we wanted, or we're perceiving that it can. Oh, Teddy, it's already doing it, and you're being so naive. No, I'm not. I want this technology to go. I'm ready for the AI. I want the cyborgs. You know, if I'm telling you openly, I want this tech. But unfortunately, the tech is not there. What they're showing to us is just regular things any developer can do. I'm sorry. It's so easy to fake this. Sorry. I'm sorry. All right, let's keep it going.
Did you know there's a hidden secret about the color blue that scientists don't want you to know? Blue objects appear blue because they reflect blue light and absorb all other colors. But here's where it gets interesting. Lasers work by focusing a lot of energy into a specific color of light. If an object doesn't absorb much energy at that color, it's less likely to heat up and burn. So blue objects, which reflect blue light, don't absorb much energy from blue lasers. They're practically laser-proof. And here's the conspiracy. Have you noticed that many roofs in China are being painted blue? It seems that Chinese residents are being told something we aren't. Will these blue roofs prevent houses from being burned down by laser? Could it be that they know something we don't? Are they preparing for a future where lasers play a crucial role? Join the conversation. Why is China painting their roofs blue? What do they know about lasers and the colour blue? Follow for more mind-blowing.
Yeah, that is a very interesting theory on why they're painting them blue. But yeah, it makes you wonder, is it the reflection or I feel like at some point these lasers are gonna get even better and blue won't even matter. The blue's just temporary. Hey, it saves us for now. But eventually you don't think they're gonna make that tech better if they truly had DEWs, you know? Oh boy. Oh boy. Makes you wonder.
Wait! Oh. I can't believe it! Thank you so much for coming. I haven't seen you in years. Stuart! Man! So, what did you want to say to me?
What do you mean?
Say the stuff that you wish you had said when someone was alive, right?
Oh my God, there's so much stuff.
Take your time, man. You can lay a couple on me today and then come back.
Yeah, I mean, I can get it done here. 'Cause that's the whole reason I came down here.
Sure.
And, also my grandfather's like 2 rows down there.
But you were coming to see me too.
Totally. If you see my grandfather, just tell him that, like,
Okay, so you didn't come here to visit me. Just a heads up, though, Lee, I'm probably gonna haunt you. And if you have a daughter, I'm gonna possess the creepiest doll in her bedroom.
You stop it, Shaman says. Oh my god, the goons are after me. Buddies, I have a creepy doll set, but it's not haunted. It's not anything like that. I find some movies. I've watched like Chucky, Annabelle, and I was like, yo, these are really good movies. So I went and I collected their official merchandise. So I have the Annabelle doll. I have the Chucky doll as well. They're not haunted. I misspoke earlier. But yes, I understand what you're doing here, Shaman. No, don't come haunt my dolls. Leave Kara alone. We're okay. I got a Shivalingam. It's going to protect her. Oh boy. Yeah, this was a fun one indeed. Guys, that is it. You made it to the end. Are you having fun? Are you a goon? Are you considering becoming a member so you can start watching these videos a day early? Become a member. Do the thing for the goons. Hey, the ads aren't going to cut it. They don't like advertising to this type of content. So if you guys, something you like, see something better, definitely do the thing. Become a member. Support the channel. I'd love to have you. Keep clicking on the videos. This is it. Now there should be videos on the screen. Click on one of them. Enjoy. Keeping the goon energy live. Or click on the one in the middle and you subscribe. That's it. I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay strong, and goodbye.